User joined your channel.
Hello, Robbie. How are you doing? That is excellent. I'm actually watching right now. Yes, I would love to help you, Chat Cat. You'll need to PM me the server info though. If somebody could. Alright, so just an update. I know everybody wanted to know how the Pun Imperious deathmatch wanted to go. You know, the one without Serenity or Unreal shots. We split. We won Bleak due to a questionable C-cap, and we lost that on AC2, which is unfortunate, Rave. I'm very disappointed. I played like terrible players, but you know, it's in the past, and what matters right now is the REG. This is the real deal. Real deal. And these teams, I mean, Finals team is one of the better teams, definitely top 4. But Scream's team not bad. It's gonna be interesting how this team fares. I mean, people didn't really come out to be one of the better teams, and Scream, I don't know, seems to be having troubles drafting in general, but yeah, and here they still find themselves down on EC2. You know whose map is this? I'm assuming it's that's what I thought. Let's see what they have. They've got Finals on D, and I guess Finals and Kane. That's Zane, right? Yeah. The other team, they've got Spidey and Spriggan. Spidey on defense. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the problems with this team. I mean, you know, Spidey's more of an offensive player. He'll play D, you know. Sometimes he'll just say, screw it, I'm playing D, you guys suck, but yeah, you know, it's kind of sucks when you have Spidey on defense. It's just not ideal. Do you know if his fallacy just had to think today, or he just doesn't want to play? Or... yeah, and you could tell. Yeah, the problem with EZ2 is once you get that first cap, if you're a competent team, you're just not gonna win. Yeah, you just play, you know, you don't even have to set 3D, you just be like, you know, 2 of your 3 guys don't suicide that front, so, you know, now you got people spawning in the back, or at least just one person, just don't suicide back, and that should be enough to, you know, on top of Finals, and you're just not gonna get out.
They just walk behind the base
and
kill the attacker there. I
mean, on EC2, I mean, like, if you look at the 2 teams, they've got even grabs, but, I mean, you know, you can grab on EC2, but can you get an extra dodge? You know, can you make it behind the mountain? That's what a real grab is. Just dying on stand isn't really a grab. Like on other maps. Interesting. Freaking playing pretty well, which is, I guess, kind of expected. I mean, he's ranked pretty high. I was kind of surprised how high rank put him. And you know, he's a defensive player, but last season on ICTF he was on. I think who did he play D with? Do you remember?
Didn't he play attack?
No. Spriggan was D. I think it was with Finals. Spriggan Finals D and Rain on offense. And you know, I think a complaint was that, you know, his comms were just not very good. His game awareness were not very good. But you know, nobody's ever questioned his ability to shoot the guns.
He can shoot the guns.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good shot, and he's actually you know, almost tied with Finals in terms of headshots. He's got a higher score.
Yeah. Cut is already over high middle. in his own base already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I should probably pay attention to the game too.
And it's actually gonna get returned there. Nice return there.
Yeah.
There's a bad seal there from long.
Yeah. I mean, blue team is trying, but it's just,
Yeah.
you know, I mean they've got Cud. I guess this Cud is a mercenary this season, right? Is that accurate?
Could be.
He's not actually originally on this team.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think that's actually the case, and so I think whatever. I guess Chivalry is the team name. Chivalry was missing a player as well, and I think Exist is also a deaf player. So, I mean, you know, both teams kind of missing players, but you know, one of them missing Fallacy, the other one missing I don't know who, but not Fallacy. So, kind of doesn't work out that way. You know.
Maybe you show up for the second map, but you know.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, you know, I talked about like the defense, but like you've got Morpheus on your red team. Like you've got Morpheus on top of already up on EC2.
Morpheus?
that's the one. That's the one. And you know, he's gonna play him dirty. I mean, put it on the Morpheus cam, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he'll just.
I mean, he's in base right now. Like he's rapping, doing his
He's in
thing,
the enemy base. Wow.
Yeah.
He made it.
So look at that. He's not gonna let that guy pass. You know, he'll tag him. He'll hit him once. And in fact, in Sniper, the smart way to do it is only to tag him once. You don't want to kill him, because you tag him once, you know, you've got finals on the back end that will take care of it. You tag him twice, he's gonna spawn in your. Yeah. If you tag him twice and kill him, he's gonna spawn in front of you. He's gonna make your life hell. So in fact, I feel like if you're a back shooter, kind of, if you really like to back shoot, like Morpheus does, I feel like Sniper helps a lot more, just because you know you have a different type of back shooting, which is like weaken them enough for your defense, but it doesn't affect you offensively.
A bullet to the knee.
Yeah, yeah. Just soften them up for your star defenseman, and then you know you can continue your offensive reign without making it harder for yourself.
Yeah. Scream has the flag now behind the base. It looks like he's going high, and he has some struggling. He's a struggle to dodge.
There's like 4 on him. There's like the 4 in base.
Yeah, and then he dodges into the wall.
Yeah. Dodges the wall. Yeah, questionable. I mean, Scream is not doing very well. He's got how many kills? He's got 21 frags. That's That just doesn't cut it. That's like my kind of a performance on the dev match. I guess Scream isn't actually a starter though, and I don't think KHM is either.
Well, I'm not a starter either. Maybe I should play them.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams are. I mean, this is Super Bowl weekend as well, so it's kind of understandable that a lot of teams are going to have some players missing, but it's sometimes going to be one-sided. And this is the first week. Every team is trying to figure out where they stand and kind of what each player's role is on the team. So it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Trying to think. I mean, it doesn't seem like the kind of situation that. Yes, whatever they stand for. What does Scream's team's name is?
Peaches and Scream. Yeah.
Peaches and Scream?
Peaches and Scream. Peaches and Scream. Yeah.
Oh, Peaches and Scream.
I have no idea. Don't ask.
I wasn't gonna. Actually, I was, and I did it in a way where I didn't have to. He just did it for me. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking over at the other game right now, which has Rick James and Pun in it. Or at least that's what Raid said. I see Rick James on the server tab. I don't see Pun, but
yeah.
Rick James definitely not a starter as well. And so, every team is a little bit hurt.
Switch over.
For us, for us, we did the smart thing. We were scheduled to next week because, with the 3-week season, you definitely don't want to be you don't want to fall behind, and missing your top player, it's just rough. And especially you get off to a bad start, your team morale goes down, some people get mad. It's nothing like starting off on a good start. It just helps you so much.
Then they're whining at the player that was not there.
Yeah.
Oh, why weren't you there? Whoa. Scream is going out low now. And lost his head.
Is this? No. Go nowhere.
No.
How much time is left on this? This is 6 minutes? 7 minutes? Well, how much time is on the other map?
I don't know. I'm still in the Scream Finals game.
IP1. It is IP1. Yeah, the other team is Serenity, Vipers, Sneaky, Convict, Tiger Claw against Bug, Flo, Busta, Rick James, and Joshton. They'll sprint out. In fact, I think that might be a bit more interesting than current game, because I just don't see how.
Yeah, this map is just boring.
Scream and Co are gonna. Don't see how this is gonna happen.
No, I don't think there's gonna be any cap.
Yeah, you got a grab by exist here, and death by exist here. But looking at the grabs, I mean, IMT is a player that was kind of a question mark going into the draft. Definitely when I was looking at the players, he was like, he was definitely one of the players I had to look at. But just kind of how he did last season in Instagip, it really put him off. And you know, I haven't been pugging much of Sniper, but I don't think he has been either. You know, we were looking at him as a potential D candidate, but
Kill Spring in there.
We thought Banco was a little bit better.
This could be the second scab actually for Chivalry in last. Yeah. Okay.
What second?
IMT just returned that. Yeah.
Wait, am I behind? Am I not?
What?
I'm confused. I don't see anybody grabbing flags.
Are you confused? You are in spec, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No,
I was like, wait, there's nobody. They said this might be a second cap, but nobody had the flag.
No, because he just died.
Oh, okay.
Wake up, man!
Sorry, this is a new thing for me. I'm usually captaining finalist teams. I don't need to do much casting, but yeah, I'm generally the kind of person that's good at everything I do. So you know what? Let's do it. Yeah. All it takes is you have to ask.
Yeah.
You got 2 red and blue bays. You got Morpheus just sitting in front DMing. Gets killed.
IMT with a flag.
IMT with a grab as well. Yeah, he's gonna be out low. This could get picked up. This actually could be a real
Cut is actually over high middle already.
Yeah. They needed like a couple more headshots to get out
was
there.
in front of him. He didn't see him at all.
That's the red cap. It's just, you know, the problem is, I mean, the flag was down low, and you know, you got people coming in, but the people, the blue guys coming in will spawn faster, so they'll get there faster. So you're gonna have to kill more than they have to kill to get that return. And you know, it's just they've got better players too that are gonna make the shots. So you know, I think against if you're blue and you're saying we need to get out, they need like a world-class juke. But I don't know if they have the players to do it. Yeah, maybe if you were there, Jarve, the Juke Meister could give him a thing or two about, you know, like, go out low, fake, like go back into the flag stand, do something. Switch high.
Go into the enemy spawn room.
Yeah, but to like try to brute force it out, like they seem to be trying to do at this point, it's just not. Yeah, I mean, look at the blue flag. Like, you're fighting him, but you're just not gonna kill him. Yeah. He's actually got like 20 more frags than finals. He's actually just been a beast. You know, we're talking about finals doing well. Zane is monster, and here's got a flag going out low with 3 cover. This could be they need to stop dodging into walls. But
what the hell?
Oh my goodness. There's like a dodge into a wall,
learn how to dodge.
Into another player. Yeah. You know, that's like one of the things in UT that's always kind of a little bit tricky, where people will be like, get out of my way, I'm trying to, you know, move and stuff, and Morpheus just fucks up a dodge.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want to get, you know, get out of there.
Everybody's bumping into each other.
But you also kind of want to be close, because you don't want to, like, have them kill the flag carrier and return, so you want to be there for the pickup.
Yeah,
so it's kind of a... Yeah, you want to, like, there's like, you know, and you have to also kind of predict the movements of the flag runner, like, you know he wants to get into that tunnel, Let's give him some room. Give him some room. Either go way ahead of him or go behind him.
Yeah, at least have one in front and
to
one
go in with
behind.
him, it's just, yeah. You know, there's a few maps where that's like it's really annoying, and you know I'm obviously guilty of it. And this is it could be another cap for red maybe.
No, that's Chem is no, it's going anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, is Nate on this team by the way? On this C team? Hillary? Is that who could just replace him?
Who?
Nate. I think that's what
Nate.
it is actually.
Nate, yeah, or Deceived, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually quite unfortunate for Chivalry. I mean, Nate's probably their third or fourth best player. Definitely third.
Yeah.
Fourth. Actually, he's like probably a fifth. I mean, this roster's pretty solid, but.
Blue has a red flag in her base now.
Yeah.
Nice to double kill.
Is this a standoff? Let me try to see. Here's IMT. Oh, IMT's good down. This might be a return actually.
And oh my god, Cut was just in their spawn room.
Cut's leaving low now.
Yeah, Cut killed IMT and he just returns it. Wow.
I mean, that could have been a cap. I mean, even if they would have gotten that, I wouldn't have changed anything. But I mean, it would have been nice to see them grab. I mean, what happened there is both D were getting killed, and they just couldn't figure out. I mean, they had to know he was behind the mountain. Otherwise, he wasn't going to be out. And actually, this might be another return. And so, is this a cap?
Actually made a cap, yeah.
So maybe it did matter. Maybe they should have just been running 5-0 the entire time. Wow, that's ridiculous. I mean, you gotta know where the guy is. You can't just go behind the mountain by yourself, or even with another guy if you don't know exactly where he is. Like, you gotta go check that. Oh, that's rough. Do you know what the second map is?
Nope.
Maybe we could cast the other game.
Rave doesn't know anything.
Okay. Let's see if we can get into Sprinta, actually. Could somebody post me the server info, whoever's the admin for that?
I have the IP, but you don't.
Link.
Yes. There it is.
Excellent.
So, it's gonna be Ricky.
Alright, so they're moving the current game that we just watched is going to Broken Limits, which could be an interesting game. Maybe we'll check back later. But this sprint is still going. Is this overtime? I feel like it should have been over by now. Nope, still 8 minutes to go. And it's 1-0 for Team Rick James, Team Germany.
Team Germany.
That is actually an extremely surprising score. If you look at frags, obviously Seretti's at the very top, playing D with Vipers. Yeah, I mean that's one thing. So Convict is a 1250 player. I mean he's been rated very highly, and the thing about Convict is sometimes he will be the best player in the game, and he'll be worth like 1600, and some nights he'll just be like worse than I am, which is pretty bad. He's really inconsistent, and that's like the only gripe against him.
Who's the guy with the dots?
That is Tiger Claw.
Oh.
And he was actually pleading to Pun to trade him away, not for malicious reasons. He was actually just like really pissed off because he was lagging or warping and stuff. Although that didn't really seem to stop him from destroying us, but you know, he's obviously still playing well. You know, you look at this German squad with Floex. I mean, Floex is one of the players I wanted to get on my team. I felt like he was a bit underrated. He's pretty good at sniper, and he's obviously doing well. And you see Bug doing well as well. They've got what? Who's D? They've got Bug. Who's D with Bug? Is that Flo?
I'm following Bust.
Nope, Floex is going back to base. I mean, that could be him. Like leaving high.
Snake is going high.
This could be a good run. Nope.
And the flag drops down.
Drop low. Yeah. Who's playing D with Buck?
Maybe he's playing D alone.
it's Joshta. Player I've actually never seen play before. He's probably I mean he's probably pugs once in a while, but you know you don't see it as a regular live pug. He doesn't. I don't think he shows up very often, so I don't really know much about him. I think people are giving Rick James a little bit of crap about taking him, just because he was just an unknown player, and he's German, so everyone assumed he's taking. You know, Rick James probably saying, "Ah, he's German, he should be on my team." Vipers, also a very good pick by Pun. He's obviously played a lot of sniper. He's actually really excelled at sniper, and he's he's alright at insta, but like def quality. But for sniper, he's definitely much better. I don't know how he is with comms and stuff. I've never actually heard him talk in pugs. I think he usually no mics or doesn't talk as much. But questionable. But he's obviously playing well here. He did alright against us, but I think he subbed out for EC2. They brought in Sneaky, which was quite an upgrade. Sneaky's ridiculous at EC2. Yeah, but they have him on D. I wouldn't have thought so, but I guess it's, I thought they would have had Convict, but Convict hasn't been playing D very often. He's been kind of abandoned it. And it's not so bad. I feel like if you're an inconsistent player, defense is really not for you. You just can't have a bad game as a D, because if you have a bad game, you lose. You can't have a weak side D. Unless, he was, even 2 seasons ago, he was playing with me, my team, with Shots. And Shots pretty good, but even he couldn't make up for the inconsistent Convict. But good Convict, they just destroyed everything, He has his moments.
Depends on the day, probably.
Yeah. So who's Blue missing? Rick James can't be a starter. He's not actually a starter, is he?
No, unless he's like the captain that's like, I want to play all games.
Yeah, but Rick James is definitely not like that.
Oh, no? He isn't?
Well, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
He's like rated, what, 600, 700?
Something like that.
Surely he's got somebody higher salary. Let me double check actually, I'll minimize for it. It's kind of important.
Oh my god, someone did a thumbs down on my stream. Why? Why are you giving me thumbs down?
Where are you, James? There you are. Oh, they're missing Blackout. What? It was just an IRC.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Super Bowl.
That's actually... I saw him in IRC like 2 hours ago, unless he just couldn't... I guess... Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Blackout American probably watches football, probably played the dev match, and then said I had to go for the Super Bowl thing. And again, that's kind of like a recurring theme this week. I know the admin staff
wants to watch Hand
about... I know the admin team was thinking about postponing the season for a week, but ultimately decided against it. It's only Americans that watch it, and with minor exception.
A bunch of guys with tight pants going for a ball that is not even round.
It's not even.
And they're calling it football!
Don't be ballless. Balls don't have to be round. We'll accept them anyway. As long as But, it didn't really make sense to delay the league for an entire week. Just for the Super Bowl. And, that's why every team got an 11th player and got an extended salary.
Or just start the cup 1 week earlier and then 1 week off or something like that.
Yeah, well, they could have, because they've already scheduled the drafts. So, they said that, well, if you can't play, we're giving you an extra player. And you also have the option to reschedule till next week. So that's what Elo and I did. We wouldn't have had Infamous Raider, and actually Shots got sick, and playing without your best 2 players would have been quite bad.
Unreal sick.
And Serenity hits the Rampage. That's he's rocking a 77% efficiency.
Wow.
that's
that is a lot.
Quite impressive. Why didn't I pick him? That is
I don't know.
ridiculous.
You had the chance to pick him? Or...
I did have the chance to pick him. It was between him and Shots. And I will say this, and I hope Shots isn't listening. He isn't. He's probably sick. Probably dying in his bed.
I hope he is.
Serenity is probably the better player. I'm gonna say
oh! Oh!
But as a draft pick, I have to say Shots is clearly the better player, like the better pick. Much more reliable, always there, unless he's like literally dying, and better comms, doesn't go down, doesn't like get down is, or not as, you know, if you're reasonable, within reasonable extent. And, you know, so like, you know, if I had to pick,
salary-wise,
I'd pick shots every time, every single time. You know, if I was picking an all-star team and I had to pick, and they're both there, it'll be a much tougher call. It'll be a much tougher call. And this game is over.
Just pick them both.
Yeah, I mean, Niki's got 14 grabs, along, you know, almost equaling Busta, but they just couldn't get it out against Bunga Joshta.
What do you want to do? Stay here?
Let's go into Broken Limits, see what's up.
The other game?
Yeah. While this gets underway. No need for downtime.
Scream. Finals. That game, right? Okay, let's go.
Oh, it's 2-0 for Chivalry.
Not there yet.
You know, Broken Limits is not as gridlock as EC2, I guess. Although to be fair, when we were playing Insta last season, we felt that it was a nightmare to cap on a team that plays 3D. Having said that, we went up like 1-0. Like both our regular season maps losses were Broken Limits, and we went up 1-0. Oh, actually, here, let me just shut up for a second. They've got a grab here. They're over mid. Morpheus taking it high. This might be another cap. I don't see anybody nearby. I mean, this is another cap. Yeah. Anyway, back to my point. Both our losses were Broken Limits, and you know we lost both of them after getting a 1-0 lead and playing 3D. And it just stings because I feel like on this map, if you play it properly, it could be as gridlock as EC2. You know, EC2 could become gridlock just by accident, just because kind of the way spawns work, and you could just decide not to subside up, and you know, it's already, you know, it'll become hectic. But this map is also tough. I mean, you've got to be good. I mean, there's a couple of European players that are really, you know, really good at running it, and you know, they can, you know, juke left, right, you know, really put people's ankles.
Yeah, like someone did here. Exis was just behind that defender.
And they got another team here. But it's still a tough map to return. And you know, red team being a more complete lineup right now. I'm not sure who Exist is replacing because I think he's dev as well. Actually,
yeah, I think he is. As well. I think he's dev.
Kind of interested because for my own purpose, was Exist a captain actually? No, what team? Finals.
Finals was the captain.
Finals. Oh, is Humpty's not here? Yes, that's right. And that's actually a pretty big loss because I think Humpty was his second pick after Morph. It's
sorry.
You know, and you know, he doesn't pug, and he probably will not pug to practice for Sniper, but Humpty's already good at Sniper. You know, I think if they do make it to like the semis and finals, Humpty might play a pug or two and get warmed up, and this team is going to be you know, a very tough team to beat. You know, but you know, it's just a shame. I wish we could see these teams with full lineups. I think it'd be a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't see how blue team could get out of this. I mean, they've got IMT and Spriggan on D, which is what I assumed they would do on EC2, but obviously didn't. It's not really helping. Spidey trying, but you've got KChem with 10 frags and Scream with 19. You know, that's just
not going to help.
It's just not enough pressure. So that's not enough pressure. And sometimes you're outgunned. You know, you can play well as a team all you want, and you can get the lucky breaks, but you know, sometimes you just gotta have some brute force, and it's mentally tiring to just like have to. You know, if red team is constantly getting out and grabbing the flag and juking left and right,
tricking their defense.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm talking about. Like a good flag runner could be a nightmare on this map. He's probably gonna boost back up. Yep, right there. It's a little bit too much. You know, I feel like Spidey, like after the first juke, usually would just go for it.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he has confidence in his team to like help him out. He's like, I need like something solid to work off of.
Yeah, the mid wasn't clear, probably.
Which is probably true. I mean, you know, I don't really fault him for it. He probably felt that his best case was do something like that. But you know, if you're getting outgunned, it's just if you're getting outgunned, it's just so mentally taxing to like have the defense always ask for help, and like you can't focus on offense, you can't focus. It's just, you know, it's a real part of the game, I think, and you know, eventually that pressure, like that frag pressure, eventually just catches up with you.
And then you're also 3-0 behind.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at this point, I don't want to say the game is over, but I would, you know, and blue, I mean, just got a flag to mid, but it's going to be tough to come back because I feel like if they crap here with with 8 minutes to left to play, let's say, you know, Morpheus will just tighten that grip and make sure nobody passes mid. And you know, it's going to be even tougher. This game can only get harder for blue.
Yeah.
It can only get harder.
If they cap another one, then
yeah,
it's even harder.
Alright, here's Exist coming out. Leaving right. Is he gonna go back up?
Yep.
He can go back up. Does he have? He doesn't have cover. I mean, I don't know.
There's one with him, but
I guess
he died. He's going to the tower, but they already knew he was there.
He's here.
Yeah.
He's gotta wait for this team to like clear this.
Okay.
Alright, there it is. They should have got. They got this. They got this. I mean, he was just waiting for a couple of guys to get out, and they're just gonna brute force clear mid. You know, it ain't no thing for red. If life is good, if you're on finals this team right now.
Wow. Finals just hitting a lot.
And you know, we were talking about Serenity having a ridiculous efficiency. Finals right now is sporting 78%. I mean, that's just I can't even fathom. I can fathom, but I just can't. I mean, it's just ridiculous how well he plays. It's just he's Rain-esque, I feel.
He got almost all the armors. Oh my.
I'm watching finals right now. I'm just watching them headshot everybody.
Yeah, I'm watching finals as well now.
Yeah.
The armor should be up.
Wait, this guy.
The armor is up, yeah, indeed.
I mean, he doesn't want to walk over the team. There's a flag that just popped up.
He's actually already in their base, and he was actually waiting for someone to return it, but then he decided, oh, I'll return it myself.
And he's dominating right now. It doesn't seem like it's stopping anytime soon. And you know, it's funny, like he knew that there was a guy in base, but he still went out, got the armor, and he knew a flag was coming in. He probably told him to come high because he was watching that high corner, and you know, it just. I mean, there was like that. It was kind of close with the guy lower, but you know, it's just not. He just wasn't able to get the kill in return. What's the other map for the other game?
I think it was Broken Limits as well.
Broken? Yeah. Rami, could you let me know on PM when it goes live?
Rami's here.
He's probably watching stream, maybe.
Oh, well, it has a little delay. It has a little delay, so. Yeah. You will hear this like an hour later. Not that much delay, but.
Yeah. Actually, it is live. It is live. It just started. Literally just started.
Okay.
Maybe
we should
I feel like
switch. Because
yeah, we should switch
kind
this.
of.
I feel like this game is the word has been decided.
Yeah.
So finals, this team takes a 2-0, pretty convincingly.
So back to Ricky and.
Oh, and there's already a blue flag out. What timing? And a red flag out. This is gonna be. These guys are gonna meet up in mid. They've got to return, and red's flagging their base. You gotta. What are you doing? You gotta capitalize on that.
So close.
And this is like a minute in too. Serenity just says blocking shots. See, like that's something Unreal Shots would never do. You didn't just like type in the middle of the match. But that's really unfortunate. I mean, they've had a flag in their left. That's really all but a cap. But you know, let's see if this team can muster get another one. You know, Sneaky is Sneaky is a great runner, and this is one of those maps where he can kind of show off his skill here. So you know, look to him to get a lot of grabs and do a lot of jukes. Yeah, and he's in there high right now. Let's see what he's doing. He's got 5 pads and just dies.
Yeah, you can get armor and type as.
Yeah, and I feel like the sniper. I mean, I don't know. Was this originally? Oh wow, what a shot! Was this originally a sniper map? I mean, Sneaky gets 2 kills here. They're gonna have a flag out, right?
I think so.
Tiger Claw's getting out. He's trying to make a kill. There's 2 blue on him. Not good enough.
It's nice to have hats and armor, getting all stacked up.
And yeah, and we were talking about Serenity and Finals having ridiculous efficiency. This is probably on this map, High D. There's like 3 people who are like ridiculously good, and that's Shots and Serenity up 2 of them. And I don't know who the 3rd is. You can fill in, but I don't care.
Finals?
Number 1, number 2 is Serenity. Probably Rain as well. Like they're you know,
Rain
High D's requires keeping tabs on like a lot of little things, and you need to be kind of really aware. And a lot of other positions, and a lot of other maps, you don't have to as much.
And if you're timing the armor also. I'm not sure how about sniper players that time armors, but
yeah, I mean most of these. I mean, also, I mean, timing is not as big of a deal on some maps. It's really important. Like if you're playing Rune, you definitely want to keep track armor, because if they get armor and they get a flag out, it's almost, you know, it's gonna be out, because all you have to do is just dodge out straight through. And if you you can take 3 shots, so you could take 2, and you make that left dodge, and you're kind of home free. But I don't know about broke limits, but you know, it's just a tough position to do well, and Rain, Serenity, Shots, they do it so well. So I wouldn't be surprised if Serenity can shut down the blue team's offense. You know, they're not very impressive. I mean, they've got Rick James, and they've got not Rick James, sorry, they've got FlowX and Josh and Busta. You know, it's not the most fearful
some pretty okay
trio that I can think of. But and so I want to give the edge to Red here. I feel like they're gonna get out with Sneaky on offense. He can maybe juke one out, and Serenity will hold down the fort. And in fact, you see Serenity kind of pushing to mid a little bit, just getting bored up high. And see Sneaky gets the armor. This could be trouble for blue. If they have one more red with Sneaky here, this could be bad. Bug just flying around. Takes the bouncer for no reason. That's something you want to do. Especially with Sniper, I mean, if you're up in a booster, it's quite bad. I mean, I think Grins is mentioned a lot, like on Dooku. Don't boost up the bouncer until you kill the D. I feel like, here it's almost just as bad, because I mean, it's like an instant 2 kill. You can shoot faster, you can correct your aim if you miss your first. And, here's Sneaky coming out. Is he going to switch down to low, or is he going to stay high all the way? Looks like he's going to stay high all the way. And that might have been the right choice? No. Where'd FlowX come from?
I don't know.
There was like 3 red up top.
There's like 3 there, and I don't know. Somehow FlowX returned.
Yeah. Alright, I mean, you could clearly tell that Sneaky's got Red's probably, the favorite here. Like I said, I feel like Sneaky will get something out.
What's Convict doing?
Convict now has a flag. I'm trying to find him.
Convict.
He's out to mid.
Yes.
Sneaky grabs, Sneaky drops, and it's a return.
Returned or?
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb, and this is going to be very ballsy to say, but first team to cap wins, obviously.
Oh wow.
So, I know, it's revolutionary. And I really do think Red will get this for an out.
Probably.
I feel like they're just much better on this map than EC2.
Some better offense, I think.
Yeah, they've got the better offense, they've got the better defense too, I think. I mean, they don't have the best second D, but... Oh, look at that shot by Convict. Alright, they're out again, they're out to their left. They switch back high? No, it's dropped low.
Dropped, yeah. And FlowX again with the return there.
Again, I don't know if you'd want to hit the bouncer there. Maybe one on you, but there's like 2 guys outside of mid. There's just no way you're not getting hit.
Yeah.
There's just no way. And it's gonna get dropped in like an unfortunate place. They got another flag out. This is out low, straight out. And they should take this all the way. Yeah, take it all the way low. Cut the corner. They're in low. I think this is a cap.
Yeah, this definitely did it for the 1-0.
There it is. There it is. And now Blue's going to be feeling some pressure. I mean, if you look at their grabs, they've got 5 by Busta, 2 by Josh, then 1 by Flo. Which is, I mean, you know, they're playing against Serenity. They're not going to be able to just kind of walk in and grab. They're just gonna. They're gonna have to somehow luck one out past Serenity, and that's not an easy task, not by any stretch of the imagination. And I think after this, I'm assuming the other match went finals this way. After this, there's one more match because ours and Imperius Eula match has been rescheduled to next week.
Is there one match today?
But I think there's the second time slot match. One of them was not rescheduled, so they should be played on time.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I had someone PMing me asking.
I haven't seen Ramdrop's team play, so I'm assuming Ramdrop is one of them. Let me check schedule.
Is Blizzard in it? Team? Because he was PMing me.
Who else is a captain?
Yulo? Is he playing?
No, Yulo was supposed to play against my team.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Rain versus Ramdrop. That's it. That's what it is. And that's actually going to be a good match. I wonder if they're going to have their full lineups, because I think that would make it a lot more interesting. Rain is probably hailed by many, including himself, as the #1 team. Obviously, Rain, a very humble guy, and we love him for it. But I tend to agree. If I was to write a write-up and make the rankings, I would definitely rank his team as #1. Playing against him, Insta Sniper, is just so frustrating. It's so hard. You know, when you backshoot and when you play defensively as an offensive player, you really hinder your own offense because you're just gonna have to face players again, and you know, you just don't want to do it. You just don't want to do it unless you really have to. But Rain, the way he plays, he can be defensive extremely as offense, like extremely defensive, but in a way that doesn't hinder him as an offensive player. And you know, that is actually really difficult to do.
Snaky almost out there. But...
Yeah, they almost got out right here, but I wonder if they're playing 3D here.
Yeah, Rain against Round1 is gonna start in like 5.
Yeah, it should start after this.
Starting at 6. I don't know what time it is now.
Yeah. Well, it's 5:50 right now, so in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Which would be perfect timing.
Yeah.
It's almost like a bunch of admins got together and figured out the perfect schedule for this. And as we were talking about Ramdrop and Rain, we were
they kept another one. Sorry, I kind of not followed that cap.
Yeah, look at Sneaky with those 2 caps. Will Sneaky get the hat trick? Who knows? He's going out again. Oh, dude, not this time though. Alright, let me see.
Was there actually any blowouts in the Def games?
Yeah, we got blown the fuck out on EC2. 10-0.
Oh my.
But we were missing shots in IR. Not ideal, obviously. They were missing Serenity, so that's a wash between him and shots, but you know, we were just not playing well. I was not playing well. EC2 probably not a very good pick for us. I need to play more Sniper, I feel. To justify the $600 salary that I have. I've been, I think I got like
much?
40 frags. Sorry?
Are you 600?
Yeah, I'm 600. You know, when I joined the league as captain, I was trying to figure out what I was, and I didn't know. I had no idea because I think I played like 2 Sniper pugs before. And so I had no idea how good I was going to be. I mean, the thing is, Sniper plays, like the play style is very similar to Insta in terms of like the overall overarching capture the flag aspect of it. But the aiming is, you'd think could be somewhat similar, but it's actually it's a really tough adjustment. And so obviously people with sniper experience. Sorry?
From Instigate to Sniper?
Yeah, I find it's a tough transition. You know, to play well anyway. I mean, it's not like I can't hit anything, but to play well, it's a tough transition. You know, the biggest thing, I mean, you know, yes, you gotta aim for heads and stuff. That's all gravy, but and you know, every map has its own angles and where headshot level is at different distances. So that's like the one thing. The other thing is like the rate of fire is different, and so that really messes up people who've only played Insta. You know, I don't hold my left button down, so getting the shot rate properly is kind of tough. And you see just Serenity. I don't know if you're watching Serenity, but he's just shooting people left and right like it's nothing. Headshot,
oh wow!
headshot.
I just
yeah, he's just been doing that all game.
I changed to him and he just makes
he's just been like he's just strolling around in mid right now. Just
yeah,
he's like,
he always goes up.
People a headshot right now.
He goes up for the armor and then he drops down.
Yeah.
And then he drops here to get the pads also.
Look at that.
So he's stacked. He's really stacked in defense with 150 armor most of the time.
Yeah. And you know, 100 HP Serenity is tough enough.
Yeah, and then he has Serenity. 150 armor as well.
Yeah. Oh, he just finally got a non-headshot kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder what his deaths. Do we get to know what his deaths are? Nah, I guess not. That's unfortunate.
He has 18 deaths.
18 deaths?
Yep.
I guess you just work that off of efficiency?
No.
Oh, I see it. There's a thing that says deaths. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
Wake up,
amazing.
man. Welcome to Unreal Tournament.
I've never looked at it before, and it was like, what does that matter? I mean, technically, all you need to look at is frags and efficiency. Those two should tell you really everything. So.
Yeah, yeah. What did you think? I had like a calculator next to me, and like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, wait, did you just like multiply? I guess what you would do is divide. You would definitely divide.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a math minor, but I can't be thinking about this. I'm in UT mode right now. I can't be arsed to do math. I'm gonna say divide by 0.76 or 0.23 or something. I don't know, something of that sort. Maybe our viewers in chat can help us out.
Yeah, PM us with the formula.
Yeah, they got another flag out to mid. This is returned by Florex.
Busta still has this flag, and he's not going anywhere. Oh, REG James actually picked it up.
If you look at Convict and Tiger Claws grabs,
wow,
not exactly impressive, but
kill.
Yeah, but they're playing more of a cover role for Sneaky, which I think is the right way to do it. You know, a lot of times, teams don't want to play like a dedicated flag runner, but it could help if you have a talented flag runner like that. Because anytime you've grabbed the flag, that's an opportunity, and yes, you might have less opportunities if you have a dedicated flag runner, but those opportunities could be higher quality. So, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. And you see Sneaky here. I don't know if you have his cam. He's just waiting around in like the mid. He's just waiting for the armor. And he's not showing himself. He saw that he got into the base without anybody scouting him, and so he can kind of lurk around.
That was a pretty nice run there from Florex. Too bad he's dying.
Yeah.
Flag is still dropped here.
They got their turn. He was waiting for the guy high. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, there's 5 minutes left. I think at the 2-minute mark, they probably need to push 4-0, if not earlier.
Snaky got the armor. He's gonna pick up the.
Got the grab. He's gonna have to make a kill here. No good. There was a
bug on his head.
Yeah. On into low. This might be a good pick. I don't see any defense around. If he gets that bug kill, yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, like playing against Serenity and not Serenity. See, like right there, Sneaky just had to face bug, and there's no second defender in sight. And he could have killed bug, and then he could have looked around to face whoever the second D was. With Sniper, I feel like it's kind of like it takes on a bit more of a CS feel where shooting someone at the same time, like if you're double team a guy, it's much more efficient. Convict, this is probably cap. You've got Sneaky just DMing the hell out of mid. It's much more efficient to have like a 2-on-1. You want to definitely be like both shooting at him.
Yeah.
And so you, as a defense, you want to put yourself in a position where you're not giving them 2 separate 1-on-1s. You're just
This kind of looks over for their team.
Yeah. I mean, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We're waiting for the ramp drop rain game to start, but Red team, I think, is convincingly playing better, and they've got a flag into their low again. It's dropped right now. They might be able to get it though. They might be able to out DM them. Yeah, it's in their low, and no blue in sight.
Snaky gonna get another cap here. That's his hat trick.
That is his hat trick. You know, I did call it. I just want to say, sneaky, amazing flag runner on this map. I would, you know, and he pretty much gave him the opening 2 caps, and that really relatively blew the game open. And you know, Serenity on D also one of his best maps ever. So, you know, nothing unexpected. I feel like this is the result that was expected out of this team. I mean, Red has their, you know, they did lose the first map of EC2, right? Or Sprinta. It was Sprinta that they lost, and Blues definitely. I mean, they stole this. They should come out of this this week thinking this is a win, because you know you're missing like 2 players, 2 of your top players. It's tough. It's tough. You're missing your first pick. You're like your #1 guy. And it's hard, and you're stealing a game from a team with almost their full lineup. Actually, this is their full lineup. I'm pretty sure. So, you know. If I was Rick James, I'd be pretty happy with how week 1 goes, despite this massacre and broken limits.
Who won on sprint?
It was Rick James. They were up 1-0, and I believe they got the second cap after, and which that sealed the deal.
Oh,
but you know, stealing a map there is definitely
yeah. Both flags meet each other.
They might be able to get a grab here. Actually, where's Sneaky? Sneaky out?
No. Oh, wow. Sneaky was trying to kill the flag carrier.
Oh, yeah.
He failed.
Yeah, I think if this was a bit closer, like 1-0, Sneaky might have just hidden instead. But he just, you know, it's 4-0 with 1 minute left.
Like, whatever.
He can do whatever he likes.
Matter.
Yeah. Do whatever he likes. I think he was kind of hoping for the 4-0 sweep rather than, like, you know, that out. But they will get one out, which is, I mean, fine. I guess they're pushing probably 4-0, 5-0. Yep. And that, friends, is how cookie crumbles.
And that's the way it is. And that's the way cookie crumbles. And I think the other game is gonna be pretty interesting. Range versus Round1.
Yeah, and I believe we've got an IP for that as well. But yeah, I mean, anyway, as I was saying, you know, a win for, you know, taking a map without Blackout and without, I think they're missing another player. That's just, you know, you take that, you cough that up as a win. That's you stole a map when you really had no business doing it. I mean, the other map could have just as easily went 4-0 and 5-0, and it would have been a massacre for Team Rick James. But you know, Germans, they find a way. They find a way.
Yeah. Well, let's change to the other game. That's gonna be. I'm not sure if they started already.
They haven't started. There's 8 people on the server right now. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some water so I don't lose my voice. But while these guys all get set up.
Okay. Let's see.
Alright, I'm back.
Hi.
Hello. Well, I was gonna say, yes, finally, a game where everybody's around, but I see LP in here.
Yeah,
And
LP is not a star, I think.
I was like, unless LP has gotten significantly better.
we don't know anything about his progress, maybe.
I will check who was missing from this game. I feel like that's like the highlight of every day. It's like, who's
There's missing somebody in every team.
Yeah, this is like, you know, it's a league thing. You know, this week we just don't have any.
Ramdrop's team looks pretty strong. They're gonna
Yeah, I think Ramdrop's team is complete. Yeah, I feel like this is like we have dev matches in the afternoon and then dev 2.0 matches at night this week. There's lots and lots of dev matches, and you know it's great if you're a dev player. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's see. Let's go to teams and Rain. You know what's funny? Rain probably, you know, like a few months ago was like, wouldn't it be great to have these players and you know, win a sniper league if there was one? And he's like, yeah, it would be great. And he made a sniper league so he could come and win it. And oh, he's missing Pete.
Pete.
His #1 pick. Quite a player to miss, I guess.
Yeah.
And they just went live here. On the other hand, I think Ramdrop's got everybody. I'm not sure if Kayukin is a starter. I'll double check. Ramdrop. They've got Riven, Sosnick, Kayukin. Kayukin is the starter.
Looks like a full lineup.
Full lineup. But then again, I honestly, I mean,
still going
missing
high.
Pete. I'm assuming Rain's gonna have to play D. I think the original plan would be like Pete Ghost or something. And you know, there is already a flag in. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So they're not even giving me a chance to talk. And you know, Quickstar is a very fast-paced map, so you just
that
never
LP
know.
guy is top fragger in Rain's team.
Yeah. Is that Pete? Maybe that is Pete. He's just using a different name.
Yeah. Low Pete. I don't know. LP.
Lonely Pete. Maybe he's just missing somebody. He's just missing someone in his life.
Yeah, maybe.
Single ladies, you know, if you're hearing me right now, yeah, Pete would like some love. Yeah, but you know, Steel was a question mark going into this rank. I mean, I think he was a sniper player to begin with, so like he was obviously very highly ranked, and Rain thought very highly of him to rank him at 13, whatever. But you know, his availability was questionable, so that's why kind of a lot of people kind of strayed away. But obviously, Rain believes in him, and you know, he's playing well. I mean, if you look at the team right now, they've all kind of fragging up high, whereas Red team is so and so. And you know,
Rain at the moment.
Big deal. But when you have Rain on your team, he's a difference maker.
Just headshotting everyone.
Yeah, I mean, as I was back to my original point, I mean, he was gonna probably play offense. I feel like he's much more dangerous on offense. He's got like a good backhand. He's much more. His skill could be more useful as an offensive player. But you know, obviously without Pete, I think he's kind of they forced his hand and he has to play D. Having said that, ridiculous D player anyway, so you know, getting out on him is going to be quite tough. And he's playing D.
So far, nobody
also another top player.
is going out. Oh my god. He just
No, this is
kills
gonna be a return.
everyone.
That's gonna be a return. Yeah. I honestly like a lot of defensive players don't like this map because they feel like they can't catch up to a flag. Like they'll die, the team will grab, and they won't be able to catch up anymore. Which is somewhat true. I mean, that's I think Shots has that complaint, but I think that's what makes this map so good, is because you have to rely on your teammates to be in the right position once you know to get that return.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to get out.
Locking everyone out. Sorry, what was that?
It's pretty easy to get out. That's.
Yeah, and it is a flag straight out low. This could be good. Oh no, quick return. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot of opportunities like that, where you know you get out mid, but there's just gonna be a guy coming from somewhere, and you're just gonna shot to the face.
If you go side and one is standing in front of their door, killing everyone.
Yeah. And one thing, you know, if you look at a map like Rune, which a lot of people like better than this for Insta, there's a decisively better way to go, which is straight out, dodge left, and you're pretty much home free. And that's clearly the superior way to go. On this map, I feel like you know, you could literally go anywhere depending on where your team is. It's all situational. If you've got people outside and if you've got your D pushed up high mid, you know, going straight out low is not a bad option. Whereas, you know, if you've got two cover with you in base, you know, going far left, far right, or juking and going high to right or too high to left or straight out high. I mean, only straight out high probably a bad idea, but you know, you've got lots of options and they're all viable. You have to kind of adapt towards.
Yeah, this map is a bit like Sprinter kind of.
Sorry, what was that?
This map is a bit like.
Talking over you.
Yeah.
We'll get it right. We'll get it right, Rabe.
Yeah, we're out of sync. I'd say this map is a bit like Sprinter.
Yeah, but I feel like it's obviously a lot easier to cap on here.
Yeah.
Sprinter is rough because if you've got a solid D,
I'd say the spawn point here is, yeah, the one in front of the door is terrible.
Yeah, and I think I mean, terrible, yes, I mean, it's not ideal if you're, you know, if you're just gonna get spam killed, but I think it's part of the game. And see, here the flag going up high ramp, and I'd be interested if they're gonna switch high, so you know, they're gonna switch right. And are they gonna be spotted?
There's
this guy has swag turned to him, and this is spotted. You know,
where's this flag? I mean, the flag is dropped in front of the door.
Yeah. Oh, there's like 4 in the blue base here. What are they doing? Is this solo D? They go straight up. They feel like they can brute force.
Steel's already over mid.
But no good.
In his own high.
Steel? Is there gonna be somebody cut him off? No.
Nobody.
Nobody cut him off. I guess, I mean, that's the dangerous thing. I mean, as a defensive player, like if you're playing defense, you've got to decide, well, do I go back after the flag, or do I try to, you know, secure one for the standoff? And the thing is, there's no real right answer, but whatever you do, it has to be like the whole team decision. You either all run after the flag, or you all go and cover, because you can't half-ass it. You can't have some guys doing one thing and some guys doing another. So, you know, I'm guessing the defense, you know, they tried to put the other team's flag into their own base and play the standoff, but it didn't work.
I thought Red was going to be the bit stronger team, track-wise.
Yeah, they should. I mean, technically they should be. I mean, you know, Rain's, like I said, Rain's team is missing Pete, but they've got Rain, and he's just ridiculous. He'll steal games by himself. I mean, he's just such a solid player. Like, it can't be overstated. You know, and if a team has Rain, then they have a chance to win. You know, no matter who they're missing. So, and you know, you're seeing that right now. He's top fragging. Yes, I mean, he's beating Riven. You know, Riven is also another good player they've got, but
LP
you know,
is already in mid.
Yeah, there's a guy up high. He needs to not DM mid and just go into the base and cut him off. Yeah, I mean, that angle's... There was a blue guy up top, of the top ramp, and he was like DMing mid trying to get that kill from top, but the thing is, even if you get that kill, you can't jump on it. You'll die just in midair, because, I mean, you know, being in the air is tough for a sniper, and so, you know, you just gotta cut him off. You don't have the angles, tough shot, you're just not gonna make it. There's lots outside to kill you too, from like all angles. You just gotta, you know, run as fast as you can to the base and try to get that, cut him off there. You know, Solid Snake, I guess he's one of the D. His ramp drop solid, and he was also a question mark in Sniper. He said, you know, nobody questions his ability to play SA.CTF, but in Sniper is, you know, a big deal. And here they've got another flag out right. They're gonna move back into their high.
What I don't
this should be
understand
good as
is
well.
why Sniper players never pick up the health boxes.
Well,
there were two like in front of him. He didn't even pick them up. He just went past them. Could have cost him like at least one shot.
the thing about health packs is you need 2 of them to matter.
Yeah. Well, there were 2 in front of him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes
66 HP, so there was like one body shot.
That's true, but if you put them, sometimes to get those health packs, like if you look at those health packs in mid, they're in such vulnerable positions that, you know, you might get them, but you might, you know, pick yourself vulnerable to like 30 different angles, and sometimes you just can't do that. You want to get there as fast as possible.
Yeah, but he just walked past them, so...
Yeah, walking past them is probably a mistake, but you know there are times where you want to like skip over the health packs.
It didn't really matter this time, but yeah, could have been killed.
Yeah, and again, that's probably you know insta players trying to adapt to sniper. You know, it's not something that they usually do, and insta hugging that pole would be a bad idea because well, that's an easy shot, so they wouldn't do it.
So it's already 3-1. 10 minutes left.
Yeah, well, this is a red cap right here. This is gonna be for the tie, and you know this actually is a bit too fast paced. I can't even can't even follow it. But it seems like an interesting map, and you know, a lot of people give this map crap, but I honestly think it runs really well as a ICTF map, and it clearly flows well as a
maybe a bit better as an insta. I'm not sure.
Well, you know, here's the thing. As a viewer, there's action. You know, there's back and forth. There's flag standoffs. There's returns. You know, what more do you want? What more do you want? You know, or you can have Sprinta or EC2, where you know you're going 50 minutes, trying to figure out you know who can get who can try to get to mid and die or a back shot.
And Blizzard.
There's a flag out here. Nobody knows where it is. It's going left.
Yeah.
Blizzard juking left and right. He gets spotted finally.
Not
Is
the
he gonna
best
go back
juke,
up to his
because
high?
he jumped in front of the teammate.
Yeah, no, this should be clear. Is there anybody in base? They need to clear this. There's one guy in base. They need to clear this. He gets one kill. And why is he up top? He just bounced up top. There's no point.
Strange.
That's just not good. I don't have a single actual like valid reason to ever like take those bounces from either team on either side. Like, you know, a lot of rookie flag carriers would like grab the flag and go, and that's like a death trap, and you leave the flag there, and you're never gonna get it back. But even on defense don't want to play there. You know, if you're returning a flag, there's definitely no reason to be there. So, kind of weird that he would take that boost. But,
well,
you know,
unless the defense is not with you, maybe.
Yeah.
If the defenders are both with you, then.
Well, we got an action-packed game here. It's going back and forth. If you look at the grabs, it's pretty even across blue, but Riven carrying the weight for red.
Not getting that far.
Yeah, Riven's actually kind of keeping up with frags on with the rain, which is impressive to do.
Yeah. He didn't have the best start, I have to say, Riven, but now he's.
Sorry?
I think he didn't have the best start, frag-wise, Riven.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you know, Riven. I mean,
Getting back
nobody
in the
ever
game.
questions his frag ability. I think. Oh, look at that juke. They still think he's going right, but somebody picks him off from ramp. Brain too smart for that. It's like, no, I have to check the ramp. I always want to check that ramp. If you let them go up ramp unchecked, they literally could be anywhere within 5 seconds. You see where that armor spawns. You know, if you get up there, you know you know, we said that you know the offense has to play a role in the defense, kind of like they're returning the flags because sometimes the defense can't catch up, and if you let them get up there to that armor side, you know, even if they don't get armor, it's tough because you're an offensive player. You want to know where you want to position yourself, and they could go left, right, straight, down. Like, you know, it's tough. So you always, you know, if you die as a defense, you check that ramp, make sure they don't go up, or if you do, they're called so that you know the rest of your teammates can help out.
Yeah. Do you know the second map maybe?
No, I have no idea actually. I can check. The second map is... I don't know.
Blizzard with a pickup here. It's
Somewhere
going
here.
left. Already over high, low mid.
I have no idea. I'm gonna put it on rain cam right now. Oh, he didn't return that flag. It's gonna go out. Oh, that's a huge mistake by Rain.
Ghost is also in
He's gonna go out,
mid,
switch
and he
right.
died.
He's gonna try to switch right, and he's got plenty of cover.
Yep. And Kayuken has trouble getting to his flag stand.
Oh my goodness, Rain. He thought he had that return, he dodged away, and then died. And that flag was right by the door. Oh, that was That was a huge mistake. Very uncharacteristic by Rain. It's kind of a shame that we went to his view right before.
I didn't see that. I was following the flag carrier.
Oh.
Lucky you, Rain.
Yeah. I mean, Rain right now is a mid. He's just. I mean, look where he's playing D.
Where is Rain? Ah, Rain is all the way pushed up.
Yeah. I just like to push up because I think if you do push up, you get such. Even if you die, you know exactly where everyone's coming from.
Yeah, that position there is pretty nice. Yeah. You can see left and right. And
not to mention that it allows you to switch it up. I mean, as a defensive player, you never want to be stagnant and be in the same place. People will start pre-firing you. And so, like, you know, throwing little curveballs to the other team's offense is always nice. Like right now, he's in lower. You know, that Riven wasn't expecting him to be lower. You know, it's just nice to kind of, you know, change your spot every once in a while. And you know, on Prixon, there's plenty of places you could be. Red's gonna be out again. They're gonna go far side, and Rain smells it, but I think they switched. Nope.
Ghost is in his own high already.
They're gonna have to go.
And this could be
4-4. Rain double kills.
Yep, that's the 4-4.
Yeah, a lesser player might have not been able to get that return. I mean, that was pretty much solo. He got 3 kills in mid, and 2 of those were the flag carrier and the cover.
So pretty even game, I'd say, so far.
Yeah, which is ridiculous because they're missing Pete. They're missing a $1,400 guy.
LP stepping up.
I mean, is LP really their best player that they could get?
I don't know. They could get Hulk Smash.
I mean, they've got Rev, they've got Mike. LP is at 166.
Oh whoa!
I mean, if One Shot loses this, if Team Ram Drop loses this, it'd be quite a devastating blow. I mean, you know, they're missing one of their best players.
Yeah.
And you've got your full roster. But you know, I mean, LP is keeping up with Ghost right now, so. You know, I can't really say anything. I mean, he's not top, he's bottom fragger right now, but you know, he's definitely doing his best.
Is trying to go high. I almost got that armor. Just died in front of that.
I'm actually gonna spectate LP. Give him a little airtime. The deaf player that steps up.
Checking Steel out now.
Yeah. Going back into base, making sure everything is rosy first. I wonder if that's his, like, if that was a Rain directive. He's like, check base every time before you go out and attack. Headshots for him too. Yeah. He seems to be going back into base every round, which is, I mean, it helps. I mean, as a guy that's massively outgunned, LP isn't gonna be, he's not gonna be, you know, muscling flags out by himself. So having him be able to petrol and, you know, clean out the base once in a while, it makes him much more valuable.
Clean up crew.
Than just a deaf player playing offense.
Let's follow
armor. One shot's blizzard.
Yeah.
Hey, this might be trouble. I mean,
Riven is...
Yeah, Riven's out as well. Turn. And this is out straight out low by Red. Team Ram Drop might be able to get one.
You can use in the middle low. And let's return. Armor's up, Red.
Yeah, I feel like this map is like Ruin, where if you could get armor, you could really get out. If you take, you know.
There's no paths, right?
Well, there must be somewhere. I don't know where they are exactly, actually. Oh no, there.
I think they are like up on the bouncer. Up there, I think.
Up the bouncer? What do you mean? Oh, I see. I guess they're trying to incentivize the boost.
Yeah, if you go up the bouncer there.
Yeah. Still not worth it though, in my opinion. And here's a
going left.
By Red. You got one cover, but
let's see where it goes.
Rain says no. And Blue's also getting a flag out. This is a counter flag, but
Yeah.
also no. I mean, he ran basically into the other team. There's like 3 red there.
He's like, oh, you guys are there. Okay, I'm here. Bye.
Which actually doesn't make sense. I feel like Prixon allows you to like maneuver around the map very easily as a flag runner, even if you're by yourself.
Yeah, and then you meet each other.
If you're out far right,
what are the odds?
A bunch of guys far right, you just switch. Even if you have to switch through their high. You know? There's red grabbing, taking another one.
Double kill by LP, multi-kill by LP. Oh, no. Too bad.
Oh.
They all spawned there.
Brain's going for the grab.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he gets spotted. That would have been actually a sick juke, because I think somebody spots him ramp. And then he goes back. It's impossible to recover from that, because he could be anywhere. He just could be anywhere. This is actually, that was a crucial cap. I mean, this is for the win. That's going to seal it. That is game. Well, the result is kind of what's expected, but the way it happened
was real close.
Yeah, that's way too close for a team that's missing, you know. Instead of like having a $1,400 guy, they have a 166 guy. So, you know, you have to commend Team Rain for making it this close. You see Riven with the monstrous amount of grabs and kills and headshots and Jesus. You see Ghost trying to play some ICTF, votes for ICTF Bleak.
So,
Bleak. So on this map, I feel I'm gonna go ahead and say this is Bread's map. Team Ram drops. I don't know if Rain's gonna be able to make something happen on this map like he did last, because yes, he might be able to hold D for a while, but you know, it's a much tougher map to get out on. So if you have the weaker offense, you know, you're gonna be in some trouble. Having said that, I mean, we were talking about Solid Snake, you know, being a solid ICTF player. He wasn't having the greatest time on defense there. He was definitely a question mark going into the draft. But I personally wasn't gonna gamble on him. I mean, he was rated like it was ICTF, but you know, wasn't, you know.
Sniper is no.
I don't think he's gonna be as. Yeah, I don't think he's. It's not Insta. I don't think he's as well as Sally. And you know, if he pugs a bit more, he might be able to get it. But you know, he's definitely gonna need to set up for this team if they're gonna have a chance.
Yeah. So no switches in the teams. Looks like it. Same teams.
Headshot.
And for those joining us that you know, the Super Bowl starting now.
Starting now?
You know, if you're into that hand egg stuff or advertising, then definitely.
If you love commercials.
Yes.
Some people even watch that for the commercials only, right?
Yes, absolutely.
They're like, let's watch commercials.
I feel like it's kind of just a national excuse to kind of have a little party, you know, drink a few beers. And you know, why not? You know, if you're living in North America or Europe, life is pretty good for the most part.
Sorry for the people who live in Africa.
Watch a little football.
Sorry, guys.
And watch a bunch of massive 500-pound people, you know, hit each other. Get concussions. Looks like blue team, Green squad, eager to get started, all clicked in, waiting on ram drop. You know, back in my less immature days, matches between maps when I used to play TAC Ops, sometimes we would, after a long game, we'd just take the entire 10-minute break. We don't have to, but we'd do it. You relax.
You play tactical ops?
Yes, I used to.
That's funny.
You know, especially after an intense game, wait for that adrenaline to wash. you know, to wash off a little bit, because you don't want to have jitters. You know, jitters are nice if you're like gonna fight a bear and have all the adrenaline rushing into your blood, but you know, for Unreal Tournament, you definitely want to have high precision, and you know, you don't want your fight or flight.
Unless you're playing bear.
Unless you're playing bear. And that's why I picked bear, actually.
So you don't have to face him.
Exactly. You want to remain calm, cool, collected.
So
yeah, my prediction for this, I think red is the favorite here. You know, Perkzon is definitely a map where you could steal. You know, Rain could have stole.
Yeah, so much entrances.
Yeah, it's much easier on the offense. Like if you're a weak offensive team, Perkzon is definitely like it's a map where you could get caps out, and if you've got solid D, you can maybe steal a map. But for the league, you're gonna have to have a good solid D and a solid offense, and I just, you know, putting Rain on D means not gonna have the offense that you need.
So how many hertz do they all have combined?
And you see blue trying to get a red flag out, but
yeah,
that's
not going anywhere.
That's gonna get shut down at lower. You know, this map, I have a love-hate relationship with it. You know, running offense could be so frustrating if somebody's inclined to like do 90-degree shots. I mean, like, it's shots that are completely even legal in PUBs, where people would be like annoyed, but it's not even technically back shooting. But just, you know, 90-degree shots, they can really slow the game down and really get you frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And
I kind of like this more in weapons, because you can like hammer jump or middle and hammer jump to the flex time.
Yeah, and especially if you've got a guy like Rain standing up high. Like, I'm watching Rain now if you wanna. And you know, actually, right now he's laying a flag out.
Griffin is actually going high.
He gets down, so he's could have taken it out high left all the way.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be a pickup?
And
he's just waiting.
Still drop. Return by Ghost.
Yeah. And you'll see Rain playing high D standing up top, and he'll just rain hell over the entire other team.
Oh wow, it's raining hell.
Rain hell. See him struggling here, trying to get those shots. You know, he'll stand in this little spot, and even in ICTF it'll happen. And against the good player, it's just so frustrating. So frustrating, but you know.
Blizzard's gonna. Oh, I was gonna say he's gonna pick up, but he died.
Yeah, the thing is, if you don't have a second strong lower D teammate, you can't really play that spot well, because, you know, if you've got a good back end D, you can kind of forget about like a few entrances. You know, like he's gonna cover left.
Yeah,
you can
one
just
defender can just
mid.
push up.
Yeah, but you know, if you're gonna have to cover left, right, center, lower, it's gonna be tough. But you know, if somebody can do it, I bet it's Rain. Ghost is out here. I'm trying to switch to him.
He died already.
I'll go.
So he's the Ghost now.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a 0-0. You know, you can come back from a 1-0 here, but you're gonna need to have. I mean, if Rain's team goes down 1-0, it's gonna be tough to get back into it.
It mostly ends in a 1-0.
But if they get, you know, if they get up, then you know they can stack D. Maybe have, you know, have LP play third D or something. And you know, Rain isn't above that. He'll do that. In fact, you know, he's played the entire season's 3D just from the start. So, you know, Rain is play to win kind of guy. So I wouldn't put anything past him. If they can luck out a flag out, just, you know, get a dream run by one of their players, gonna be you know, blue team here is gonna have his chance. But as it stands, you know, just gauging up defense against defense, offense against offense, it's hard. It's gonna be hard. And I see Solid Snake playing a lot better in this map than he was in Perkzon. I feel like he was getting he wasn't able to kind of settle down a little bit on Perkzon. But on this map, you know, you have plenty of time. Kind of just sit back, and you know, Ramdrop's a great fragger as well, and he'll give his teammate time. I mean,
He'll carry him a bit.
Ram's got high, Solid's got low, and you know, Solid Snake will make those shots on low. And, you know, spam those shots down the right lane and lower, and you know, it'll make Ram's Drop's life a lot easier. And you look at LP, he's top fragging his right now. It's actually ridiculous. How is that even possible? The guy is a monster. I mean,
yeah, 166.
right now he's top fragger on Steam. Maybe just a bit below Cobra.
He's out fragging Rain.
Top fragging, right?
Oh, okay, not anymore now, but. Oh yeah, he is still. Oh my bad. Only Cobras.
Yeah, I mean he's a
Frags.
very good reason that they were even in it last map. I can only imagine what, you know, trying to, it's like, hey, you know that our $1,400 defenseman, Pete, you know, that really good guy? Well, you're gonna have to step up and replace him, you know? Not an easy thing to do. So you gotta commend him for at least, you know, putting on a, you know, pretty damn impressive performance.
Yep. Maybe they're like, okay, Pete, we don't need you anymore, we have LP now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, let's trade Pete for someone else.
Well, you know what, man? After today, I'm sold. Next season, if I have to pick a $100 player, I'm just gonna spend an extra $66 and get LP. You know, if he could just step up for my first pick.
Let's follow LP.
What to see? What to see? Who's interested? Let's give it a watch to
taking
Ribbon.
a really long route to the lift.
Ribbon's gonna grab it here, and he's gonna
not
die.
Round winner.
Ribbon is one of those people. I feel like Bleak is his kind of map, mainly because he has the habit of like DMing mid a little bit, kind of mindlessly. And this is a map where it could actually work, and not like work in a capture the flag sense, but in a it's gonna frustrate the other team to hell sense. And a frustrated team is a losing team. And you know, you can already see like he's got what, 55, 57 frags. Next person down is 42. It just puts so much pressure, especially on Bleak.
Yeah. Really frag heavy.
Yeah, see, like look at him. He's just
I'm
DMing,
gonna follow
waiting for his
first.
team to grab.
Ribbon. Where is Ribbon?
Headshot.
Oh yeah, he's just playing middle.
So Rabe,
He's playing middle, basically.
yeah, he'll go. I mean, he's going for a
Oh,
breath
yeah.
right here. He's got
He's
cover. This will be actually trouble if he makes this kill on blue.
Nope.
He doesn't get it, unfortunately. You know, that's the thing. You know, if this was Insta, you just hit him once, and that's it. You're around the corner. But with Sniper, you're gonna need to actually kill him. If you don't make that
Yeah.
headshot, you're gonna have to tag him twice.
Yeah.
And-
Also just like tag. You're it.
He he'll just wait around. He's in no rush to get into the other base. He's just DMing. You know, making
Going
playing
up
the
main,
base.
dropping
Yeah,
ball.
this is gonna be good. Maybe. No.
No.
No, I wish he would have
Too
stuck
soon.
around. I mean, there was nobody in blue base. He should have just went out back to mid, or maybe not even entered the base. Just told him to get in. Stayed outside and DM mid. I mean, that seems to be his role anyway. I mean, like, he's not gonna let this blue guy pass. And you know, if he plays like that, I don't know how blue's gonna be able to grab. It's just a cat. I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah. I'd say this is going to overtime. By looks of it. How it's played
Is
now.
he lagging out, or is that just me?
Huh?
I think this entire server lagging. Or am I lagging?
Maybe you're lagging. I don't know. Check your ping.
I'm checking my F6. It seems stable, but I was warping. Or he was warping on my screen, so.
Or maybe he was lagging.
Yeah.
While you were watching.
They're all right here.
That's right.
Oh, Riven misses the shot. That could have been dangerous there. And
Ghost now with
the
it.
blue's out actually. Ghost. Ghost is out. Right.
Still
Interesting.
dropping.
Yeah, it's gonna get
Returned
returned.
her.
You know, I don't know. You know, that a lot of people do leave left, and it's nice to switch it up and keep them honest. But you know, I've never seen too many flags. You know, make it all the way left. It's just don't see it. Most people either go high right, high left. Sometimes you juke into main. You know, I don't know how I feel about like a straight out left. You know, unless you juke, like they think you're going high and then you drop back down to left or something. But
Yeah,
just there's too many spawns.
Yeah, inside
it's too
easier
open.
to get over high, I think. With boosting and stuff.
Yeah, high is definitely the best option. I mean, sometimes it's nice to go left and just keep them on their toes. You don't want to just go high every time. You know, they'll just expect it. But you know, you definitely don't want to be going left too often.
I'll be going out high now. It's getting killed.
No, this
Blizzard is also high.
Grab, though.
I left.
Yeah, this might be dangerous. He's already on his side of high left, and there's a guy there. 2 blue. They need to kill. Get the kill. They finally do.
LP return.
I don't know, man. You know, I did say that Red is gonna have an advantage, but you know, neither team has had the one of those. It doesn't. Like on on Prixon, I mean, it's a wash because it's tough map to cap or to hold defensively, but this map I expected to kind of have it be a bit more one-sided towards Ramjob's team, but they haven't been offensively. They haven't been able to make something happen. Where it's that was like the first real attempt that was kind of dangerous, and it's been 12 minutes already. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like the first attempt that they went over middle basically.
Yeah, and you see Rain here. He's not even top fragger on his own team. I don't know if that's because he's struggling or he's just playing it safe and not going for the DM style of play. But it's still kind of strange not seeing Rain up top.
Yeah, Rain is missing a lot of his shots.
Yeah. Now he's. Yeah, I mean, this. I mean, I can only imagine how this would be if Pete was here, but they'd have, and they're going out left. Rain makes a call here.
Right.
Yeah, and see, like, it's wide open. There's no cover there. And I mean, even though Rain misses his shots,
like it's still dropped there.
Like, look, he's just standing there. I don't know if you're watching Rain. He's just watching there, headshotting everybody. Like, that's the problem with going.
Nobody's getting this.
See, look at that. He's just headshotting everybody. Nobody's gonna be able to grab that flag.
Oh, sure.
Like, until now. Oh, this
It's low now.
This drops into lower finally. But did you see, like, it just stayed there forever because Rain could just kill it from anywhere he wants. And
yeah.
it's completely wide open.
And again, LP with a return.
Yeah. Completely wide open. I don't know. I think, if they were gonna improve this map, I think there needs to be some cover in like that area. That allows offense to be able to leave effectively and not be killed from the right side lane, so they can leave left without getting killed from right. So that the people that kill have to be low or high right or something. Yeah, and a 0-0 game right now, I would say, is probably more towards Rain's preferred kind of how way things go. I don't think he wants a slugfest right now. What he wants is to, try to eke out a cap and just hold them to 0 because, I think he knows that they're outgunned right now, and so having be 0-0 is actually, it's more favorable to the team that's weaker. You definitely want to play the slower game because one good run, even though you have worse offense, one good run and you're out. Could win the match.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think Rain's finding his form right now. I'm watching him. He's been hitting everything again. As I say that,
he just died.
Yeah. The caster curse.
He was hitting a lot more on Prixon.
Yes, he is. And seeing this back in Sniper, Bleak, I have to say I'm kind of happy that last season we didn't have this map. I don't know, I feel the way it plays is just, you get a lot of 0-0s,
lot of overtime.
Yeah. Whereas Prixon, we could have seen overtime in Prixon as well. We were actually really close to getting it, but it's not the same because it's 5-5, 4-4, and even if it was 0-0, like there's a few Prixons that went 0-0 and 1-1, but there's always constant pressure. There's always constant runs where they're dangerous and they could be a cap. So teams still have to be on
one
their
run
toes.
in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not like Grendel where, yeah, sure, there could be a dangerous run, but a dangerous run is already gone, and there's not going to be many of them. There's going to be one or two. And, you have the players right now who shoot, like, ridiculous amounts of hack and don't miss.
Wow.
And, you're in for a long game.
So get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. Well, I think people already had their popcorn ready. I hyped this match to be a good one, and Prixon delivered. Bleak, not so much.
No, this is more like a timeout.
Yeah, and I'd like to take this timeout right now to talk about the mapping contest going on right now, GlobalUnreal.com, in the forums. Check it out. And if you're a mapper and you're watching this right now,
get
this
your
is
map
not...
on.
Yeah. This is I mean, Bleak is a good map. It's a good map, but the playstyle that it brings is just too. I mean, you saw the difference between this and Prixon. What would you rather watch? For me, Prixon seems solid. This, not so much.
Yeah, this is really slow paced. So 3 minutes left in regular time.
Yeah. Oh. See. I mean, we did kind of harp on Riven for like DMing mid a little bit, but he's currently got the most grabs. Him and Ghost are 11 and 12 respectively.
Yeah, and the flags are not in middle.
LP on the other hand, 3 grabs, probably needs to get in a little bit more. I mean, he's definitely not playing the DM role. They're probably expecting him to grab a bit more.
Oh, he's falling back a bit sometimes.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, that's probably what he's being told to do.
Yeah.
But still, as a dev guy, you're not going to make your mark on the game by by your frags or by your monster kills. You're gonna
unless he kept.
You're gonna have to play good defense, which is gonna fall back when you need to, and better safe than sorry. But you also getting flags out, grabbing and putting them in array. Because the best kind of defense. Oh, and Blue's getting a grab out right now. LP could grab this and get shot down.
No.
And it's a bit cliche to say the best defense is a good offense, but if on red team's screen they see your flags carried by the enemy or whatever the hell the sign is, they're more likely to look back. They're more likely to go suicide and try to return it, and they stop focusing on offense as much. So that's another way of like stopping, playing defensively. It's not just. Oh, Red's out here on the left lane, and again, it's dropped left, and like it's gonna get shot over
the same
and over.
spot where it was earlier.
It's so tough. I mean, if you do make it all the way, it's it's a good run, but it's just so hard, so hard. Yeah, but there's more than one way to play defensively, and if you have their flag and you're running around in their base, the offense is gonna probably try to look back and
One more minute.
They don't want to lose a flag.
Yeah,
and so,
no, that's terrible if you lose it in the last minute.
yeah.
Kayukin is actually over mid.
Where is this flag? Where'd he go?
Got return.
This is my first game, or my first day casting ever, and I just want to say I want to apologize to Mr. Grins for making him cast our Orbital 2 seasons ago. Because, I've been doing this Bleak for about 20 minutes right now, and it's been kind of a bit mind-numbing. I don't want to say boring, but, it's not the
Oh
compared to
yeah,
Prixon, it's not the same.
I'd say the B word.
Yeah, and so, picking Orbital and playing defensively for 3 hours, probably not enjoyable, Mr. Grins. and it's one of the reasons why. Yeah.
You should actually have lava giant in the cup. And sniper.
No, you shouldn't. Steel's got the flag. Where is Steel? Is he juking and driving? Where's it down? Oh, it's down left.
Yeah.
Stop going out left.
Overtime. Kinda expected.
Yeah. I mean, Reds had a great chance. You know, they had a flag on their end of high left, and they just couldn't seal the deal. They just there's two blue following, and the guys couldn't make the connection on their shots. And you know, that's all it takes on a map like this where it's slow paced. You just gotta, you know, a string of 20 seconds where you make your shots. That's what you need.
Yeah. There you get it. 21 minutes already of league.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is gonna be an hour or anything, but you know, I think he'll get a cap within 10-15 minutes. You know, it's not like nobody's grabbing or getting out. It's just eventually somebody will make a mistake.
Yeah, maybe someone gets bored and like.
No, but I mean, see, the thing is about these players right now that are playing defense, they're consistent. And you know, I was talking about Convict being, you know, sometimes the best player in the world, sometimes, you know, just kind of above average, sometimes just average. You know, that's the thing about good defense, is it's just consistent, and it, you know, it doesn't make much mistakes. If you have an inconsistent defenseman, it's just, there's too many variables, and you know, you miss a couple of shots that you normally get, just because you're inconsistent, and you know, you lose the flag on in a match like this, where you know, a player like Rain, he's not gonna fuck up. You know, he's gonna hit the shots he needs to hit, and the shots that are easy to hit. And you see Ghost getting out, couldn't make the final kill. But you know, weaker defensemen will collapse eventually, and you know, they'll be susceptible to these kind of games. And you know, that's definitely one of the captains. You know, as a captain, that's kind of one of the things that I take into account when looking at possible map picks. You know, a map like Bleak is great if I feel like they have a weaker second D. I mean, you know, sure you'll get like a 0-0 game, but you know, my team has Banco Unreal shots. His team might have, you know, super solid defenseman number 1, but you know, average defense number 2. Eventually, you're gonna get out. Eventually, that defenseman is gonna make a mistake. He's gonna miss a couple of shots. He's gonna die and spawn and look in the wrong place, and they're gonna be out on the other side. And it's, you know, it's bound to happen. Rain, not gonna have any of it. He's gonna be on point. He wants his team to win. He wants his team to steal a map. He's probably still bitter over that Prixon loss.
Yeah, maybe you should attack for like a one run or something.
I don't think so. If he attacks, they'll immediately get capped on, I think. And I don't think he'll be able to attack fully anyway, because he just doesn't. And this actually could be trouble. Range is out in mid. He has no idea where the flag is. But that could have been bad.
Yeah.
He was looking towards high right, but if the flag would have went high left, that would have been game.
Cobra with the little fallback.
Cobra playing solid. He's, you know, higher efficiency than Rain, more frags. Usually the high D outfrags the lower D by quite a margin, but on the virtue of you know, the lower D just sees less people. But you know, the great thing is in Sniper, people don't die. You know, if Rain was playing up high, he'll just kill everyone one shot in mid, but they don't die. So you know, there's a lot of people that leak to the back end D guy, and you know, but in the same respect, you know, if you're playing on flag, you've got it's a Sniper. You can actually zoom and you can kill those people in the right lane a lot easier. You know, and it's a lot of people don't do that, but they definitely should. You know, some people say, well, zooming in is stupid. Why would you ever do it? You know, sometimes it's useful.
It does have a zoom for a reason. use it.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, just because it's there, it doesn't mean you use it, but sometimes it is useful, you know?
Yes, use it all the time. Don't listen to
I
me.
mean, that's just like the one scenario that I could think of that where you would maybe want to zoom if you're just playing Flag D and just looking at right. The problem is, you know, how fast your crosshair zoomed in will move depends on how far you zoom in, and you can't. Oh, they're going left again. Don't do it. Don't do it. You could have just went high. Just go. And you know, sometimes it's, you know, you don't know how to time it. I wish it was like you right click and it just zooms in, like it's kind of like a sniper rifle in like Counter-Strike where you zoom in once, it's like a set point of zoom and then you zoom again. Yeah. Well, I mean, just in terms of practicality, because if it zooms in a different percentage every time, because you hold it for a different amount, then your crosshair is going to move for a different speed. And you know, look at Rain. He just got a triple kill right high. He needs to make this kill. Oh my god, he's going to return. That was ridiculous.
Rain
and that
hero
is
death.
why he is the number one player this league. He just got 4 kills, 4 headshots, up high left. 4 headshots. If he missed any of those shots, that game would have been over. But not Rain. Rain does not miss when he needs to. Yeah, very few players could have that kind of composure. He saw the game literally on the line. He's like, well, if I miss any of these shots, this game is over.
For sure.
So I guess it's not, so I'm not going to miss any of these shots. You know, somebody like Rain, Shots, Serenity, they can just will it. Like, nope, I'm returning this flag.
Not today. So, looks like Rain just found his aim again.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a very rare thing to say. I mean, usually,
yes.
you never say finds his aim again because he usually never loses it in the first place.
No, but he was.
And as we say that, he's got 148 frags, top of his team, and 3rd overall on the server, only next to Riven and Ram. But and this is a bit of trouble. There's 2 going high. Rain suicides up. He gets a shit spawn. And he sees them not high right.
Dropped high.
No, it gets a return. You know, I see Cut in comments saying LP should time his grabs when defense eyes it. And you know, it's a good strategy. I mean, like I said, LP's not going to muscle a flag out, so you either play a defensive role or you try to grab when in a good position. So.
Sneak one out. And it's getting closer to the 30 minutes already.
What I want to see, what I feel like should happen is on a flag standoff run, like both teams have the flag. I want to see Rain just come outside, get that return, and just DM mid while they cap. I feel like that's a kind of a scenario where they could excel at and win. But it's just, you know, he's just sitting back at D. Like if Pete was here, Rain would be just destroying their defense. But he can't. He has to play back, and
or unless the rest of his team goes to defense, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he can't solo cap against Ram Drop, and
maybe they should play 3D and Rain in attack.
Yeah, and I mean that's an option, but the second attacker needs to be. I mean, maybe him and Steel, but I don't know if he trusts LP and Ghost and Cobra enough to do that. And maybe that's, you know, that's something you do if you're up 1-0. But it's at this point, you know, this has technically been working because you are outmanned, you're outgunned right now. So 0-0 for 30 minutes is technically a win for Rain. Like this is a winning scenario. He probably looked at this. He looked at this matchup, saw the map, and he said, "Well, you know,
let's milk it out."
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a long game, but you know, that's our best chance for winning. I'm gonna see. I've been watching Rain for entirely way too long. Let's see what's Ram Drop's been doing. He's Rain's counterpart in Heidi.
Yeah, he's playing the same position basically.
It's a tough position to play. I mean, you know, I've got a few maps where I can be in a few positions and actually play well. This on Bleak I cannot do because, you know, if you look where he's looking right now, there's like so many places you can get shot from. And he just snaps and, like, you know, gets the headshot. But, you know, he can get shot from left, right, and you see Rain pushing up a little bit. Has he had enough? Or is that just kind of a one-time thing? Nope, he's back on D. But yeah, you get refed up as a high D just because, you know, you can get shot from so many places. And especially like where he's playing up, you know, super aggressive. The good part is, you know, you're going to know where they're coming from ahead of time. You're going to be able to kind of slow down their push. But to do it proper, like, if it's a lesser player, he's just going to keep getting killed at, you know, outside of a high, and, you know, this team's going to be in trouble. But, you know, round drop, it's under control.
Headshot.
So how long is this gonna take?
I think it's going to be within 10 minutes. I think eventually, you know, as much as Rain looks like a robot sometimes with how well he's playing, you know, they're only human, and somebody's got to give. You know, something's got to give. They're only human. Eventually they're going to have to make a mistake. Whether it's, you know, that's going to be 40 minutes of straight play. You know, eventually, you know, you're just going to be mentally fatigued, physically fatigued. And you're just not going to be able to keep up with the pressure. And, you know, I don't think Rain is going to be the one that succumbs to that, but, you know, Cobra, well, definitely a good player, and he's doing very well right now.
Some players maybe get tired.
Yeah, he's definitely a top player. It's just, you know, I'm not harping against him, but I just don't think he's on the level of Rain. And, you know, he's more susceptible to, like, having an off, like, 3 minutes than somebody like Rain would.
Let's see. Red has, like, all Euros, so it's already at 1 AM in Europe.
You think they're gonna pull the Imperious strat? Make this a 5-hour overtime till someone's gotta work?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, in other interesting news, the Seahawks are up 5-0.
Oh wow.
On the Denver Broncos. American hand egg.
Are you rooting for anything?
No, because I have a couple of friends from Seattle. I have a couple of friends that like Peyton Manning. I like Peyton Manning. I don't know. I'm not rooting for a specific person. I've always wanted Peyton Manning to succeed though, because he was on on Indiana, which is like was a pretty good team, but it was his team, and they traded him because they thought he was getting old, and they needed to build around a guy that's younger. But they're going high here. Red might be able to get the grab out. They're already in high left on their side. He dies. Kaika dies. Oh no, still high left. He needs to clear to make that jump. He dies again. Instead in their high left. It's finally in their base. Is this out? This is a
finally.
Game. That's a game. And Round Drop finishes with 210, Riven with 212. Whew. I told you it's not going to last more than 20 minutes.
It was pretty long.
And that is how the cookie crumbles. Rain loses 2-0, but without Pete. And to be quite honest, going into this league, like week 1, I was scared of Rain's team because I thought, like, you know, they're the #1 team, the team to beat. And the fact that they put on that kind of performance without Pete is ridiculous. I mean, that should, like, you know, that's just ridiculous. And so you know, next week they'll probably get Pete, and they're going to be wrecking some face. Ramdropsteep, on the other hand, you know, I think they were underdogs here going in, and they managed to pull off the game that they should have won, and you know they did it. And that's, you know, a lot of people will say, well, it was closer than it should have been, but you know, a win is a win.
True. Well, that's the end for today.
And that is, I believe, the end. I think that's every game.
Yep. So, comment, rate, and subscribe, guys. Thumbs up my video, because someone already did a thumbs down.
And a correction, I just want to say I called out Rick James as a dev player, and I just kind of based it off salary. I don't know how well Rick James did. Apparently he is a starter. They were missing Blackout, but Rick James is the starter, so, you know.
Captain likes to start.
Yeah. Just a slight correction.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna close the stream now.
Okay. Well, thank you folks for tuning in. See you next week.
And bye bye.